Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, Art of a Fairy. This is Amanda, and guess what day today is on November 12th? It is the last day of my Inktober videos finally getting put up because I was so busy the last couple weeks with just a lot of different things going on in my life. But for those of you who have managed to stick through all of my Inktober artwork, I definitely appreciate you guys for sticking around. So you guys are the real MVPs. But this is my last drawing for Inktober, and because Inktober was, obviously October, I really wanted to do something that was kind of more horror-based or Halloween-based or, what have you. And so I didn't really know what I was going to draw, but I just drew a chick's head, and then I just decided to decapitate her. And I thought it'd be cool to see like her spine sticking out. And I know there would be like a lot more actual like medical, physical science related stuff going on if someone was decapitated and you could see inside of it like this, but I went ahead and I just kind of did it however I thought it would look the best artistically, because I don't know anything about what all would show in this instance. But so yeah, sorry for if there's anybody out there that doesn't like gore or stuff like this. I apologize, but I definitely tend to paint stuff like this sometimes. And obviously, as you can see, I'm using watercolor here, my Windsor and Newton 24 half pan set. And the technique that I'm really using as far as watercolor goes, and this is all just, my watercolor work is pretty new. I really haven't done a lot of this in the past. I really didn't dabble in watercolor at all in high school. And so this is all really new to me, and I've, of course, been watching a lot of videos on YouTube from other artists trying to learn, techniques and things like that and how to use watercolor. And the technique that I related to the most was glazing, basically where you just build up layers and layers and layers of different colors. And so you really will never see me actually mixing a color of my own on a palette this way, because I use the glazing technique where I just lay down the flat color and I build up the colors that I need by layering them one over another. It just sucks because you do have to wait for it to dry so many times. So I do actually have a blow dryer I use quite often in these instances. Not that you will see it in the video, but so that's kind of what you can see me doing here. I laid down like the base skin color, and then you can see me kind of adding in like some shadows and whatnot with different colors. And originally I gave her a regular, Caucasian skin tone, like the flesh tint color that I have. And then I kind of decided that since she was decapitated and I wanted her to look gory, I was going to give her skin like a really infectious, like yucky look to it. I wanted her to look kind of like yellow and purplish, as you can see there. I put those undertones in so that she would look ill, as though not only was she decapitated, but before that she was probably in the process of dying already or something like that. I'm not really the best at creating backstories for a lot of my drawings. I am kind of the type of person that doesn't plan a lot of my art either. I'll just sit down and draw something with no idea in mind and run with it. And that's how a lot of my artwork actually comes about, which is very odd, because a lot of other artists, especially here on YouTube, like I watch other artists and they will like plan out this beautiful drawing and it comes out so amazing, and I'm like, see what I could do if I actually planned a drawing instead of just winging it every time. But that's kind of my style. So yeah, you see me go here like through a lot of different layers of watercolor on her skin and whatnot. And then towards the end, when I actually start inking it, when I do ink it, and especially her eyelashes, I might have had a cocktail or two and I was a little tipsy and I was like, oh, whatever, I could totally do this. It's going to be fine. And I messed it up so bad. I'm like really pissed off at myself. Oh my gosh, shh, computer. Like I'm really mad at myself for messing it up the way that I did, but I just had to go with it. And so yeah, I mean, I was pretty disappointed in that, to be honest, when I messed it up. And then I was like, God, this is why you should never work on your art when you've had any alcohol. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, do not do that. Although sometimes I find that I create really awesome things when I am a little bit tipsy, but yeah, it did not work out in my favor this time. And I wish that I had not done it. But I'm also not going to lie. By this drawing, I was so fed up with using just straight watercolors, even though I know that's kind of sort of cheating in Inktober. But I was just fed up with doing, you know, traditional work. I really wanted to work on something digital, and I just wanted to get this one out of the way. And that's a terrible attitude to have as an artist, and I know that. But I just wanted to get this one done and over with. And then the technique that I decided to use in order to paint it turned out to take a very long time. And so I did rush it slightly, but overall I'm happy with the way the piece came out. It's different from what I really wanted it to be, but that's okay because I guess I can still use the idea in my head in a different way. So, woohoo! I'm so glad that my Inktober video series is complete, and I can't wait to just move on and start doing some new and different things. But as far as the other supplies that were used in this video, I also used my Prismacolor Premier pencils. I have the 72 set. And then I also used, of course, my 72A Copic Ciao marker set and a Uniball Signo white gel pen in my Pentel pocket brush pen, which I think part of the reason that I messed up so bad when I was inking is because this is my first time ever using that specific pen. And I don't know if it's running out of ink because, I mean, it works, but it's just like I don't know, it's just not as like saturated when I press down, and I was really struggling with it. And I think you can actually see me because inking it took forever once I realized I was really struggling with it. And of course, because I'm hard-headed, I did not consider stopping and waiting until another time or potentially changing the ink in the pen. No, of course not. So I just plowed ahead, and it definitely reflected in my artwork for the worse. But it was a learning experience too, so that's going to happen when you're using new tools and things like that. So, oh well. Anyways, the piece came out really cool. And of course, at the end, I really, like I said, I just wanted to get this piece so over with that some stuff that I probably should have done, like just based on the actual, like things I should have done traditionally on the piece of paper with more media, I just did in Photoshop. Like I added some overlay and multiply layers to give more dramatic lighting to her in the end because I really wanted a harsh light to be coming from the right side. And while I did capture that a little bit with my lighting and my paints, I really wanted to up the ante, I guess, on that. And that's something that I struggle to do with traditional media. But with digital media, I think I'm just less afraid of ruining it because, well, it's digital, you know. And I'm willing to take more chances that way. So I'm really excited to start in on my digital art journey here because that's going to be really exciting for me because I'm really going to get to experiment a lot more. Because while I am using some expensive supplies in these videos, I don't know if that's expensive to you guys per se, but it's very expensive to me. Copic markers and Prismacolor pencils, that stuff is expensive because, you know, we're not all rich. And I understand that. So I'm excited to move to digital and hopefully get better at it because let's just be honest, I totally suck at it right now. But la-di-da, yeah, so I guess I'm kind of running out of time here. This video is boiling down to the end, kind of, sort of, I guess. So yeah, you can always find all my supplies that I've used listed in the description box below, as well as if you are new and don't know what Inktober is, I did put Jake Parker's link at the very top of my description box below. He is the creator of the Inktober Challenge, and you can find more information on his website if you're interested in that. However, Inktober is now over since it happens once a year. But maybe you can decide if you want to participate in it next year because it was definitely a lot of fun and I learned a lot from it. So yeah, alrighty then. Yeah, zombies, guys, like zombie decapitated lady heads and stuff, because that's apparently how I was feeling that day. I don't know. My artwork's generally based on emotions, so keep that in mind, I guess. But yeah, so please check out my Patreon if you have not checked that out before. All of those links will be in the description box below, along with my social media accounts. You can follow me everywhere at Art of a Fairy, Twitter, you know, Tumblr, all that good stuff. Yeah, and by the way, I love you guys. You're all amazing. And I will say that, yeah, I just had a really good past couple weeks, and I'm really happy and excited to work more on my art and see where it goes. And I have some really cool, interesting stuff coming up. I do have a collab coming up that I'm really excited, really excited for. So be on the lookout for that. And yes. So oh God, here comes that god awful inking. Look, you can tell I'm struggling, like right off the bat. I don't know. Good Lord. Good Lord. Lordy Lord. Okay. So that's all I've got for this video then. Please hit the thumbs up button below if you like my artwork or if you like this video or if you think I'm weird, because yeah. Hit the thumbs up button if you think I'm weird. Okay. And please subscribe. So yeah, check out the finished artwork, and I love you guys. Alrighty then. Bye-bye.